Look at 21st century Hyderabad, a metropolis defined by motion and rapid expansion. Yet, at the center of this chaotic grid sits an unmoving stone structure. The Charminar is the undisputed symbol of the city. Its profile is literally embedded into the official state emblem of Telangana. But the origins of this civic icon lie in a public health catastrophe. According to local history, this monument was erected to commemorate the end of a devastating plague that nearly wiped out the local population. The Charminar serves as the geographic and historical anchor that willed the city of Hyderabad into existence. To understand why, we have to look back to 1518. As the Bahmani kingdom fractured, a Turkmen noble named Sultan Quli declared independence and established the Sultanate of Golconda. This map shows the footprint of that new Persianate Shia Islamic powerhouse. The region held vast wealth, driven by direct control over highly lucrative diamond mines and major agricultural trade routes. But by the late 1500s, that wealth had created a crisis. The capital was confined entirely within the high walls of the Golconda fort. The space was severely overcrowded. There was no room for expansion, and basic hygiene deteriorated rapidly. Those suffocating conditions created a perfect breeding ground for disease. A severe plague swept through the dense quarters, ravaging the confined population. In 1580, a 15-year-old took the throne. Muhammad Qutb Shah was the fifth sultan of the dynasty. He was a poet, but he was also a capable administrator who recognized that remaining inside the fort walls meant death. To save his people, the Sultan decided to build an entirely new capital on the southern bank of the Musi River. An existential public health crisis became the catalyst for one of the most ambitious urban planning projects in Indian history. In 1591, architects laid out the new city in a rigid gridiron pattern, placing the Charminar at the exact geographic center. The physical scale of this centerpiece is massive, weighing roughly 14,000 tons, anchored by a foundation 30 feet deep. Completing it required a staggering economic investment. The Qutb Shahi treasury spent roughly 9 lakh rupees on the project, the equivalent of 200,000 gold coins at the time. The Archaeological Survey of India accepts the widely held belief that the Sultan ordered this immense construction as a tribute to divine mercy, honoring the eradication of the plague that had plagued Golconda. However, historical accounts vary. The 17th century French traveler Jean de Thévenot recorded that the monument was actually built to celebrate the beginning of the Second Islamic Millennium. Regardless of the specific origin theory, the architectural result did the exact same job. The Charminar served as an immovable 14,000-ton declaration of the Qutb Shahi Dynasty's permanence. Looking closely at the structure, the base is a perfect square, with each side measuring exactly 20 meters long. 4 grand arches open outward, facing the cardinal directions. These were designed to look directly down the 4 royal ancestral streets of the new city. At the corners stand 4 integrated, fluted minarets climbing 49 meters into the air, punctuated by double balconies and capped with bulbous domes. The materials, granite, limestone, mortar, and pulverized marble, are shaped into a distinct cultural synthesis. Islamic architectural styles dominate the arches and domes, while the outside walls feature intricate stucco floral ornamentation inspired by Hindu design. The top floor of this 4-story structure houses an active mosque. The main gallery holds 45 covered prayer spaces, while the remaining section of the roof originally functioned as a royal court. This creates a sharp physical contrast. Above is the quiet, sacred space of the roof. Below, clustered around the base, is the chaotic commerce of the Laad Bazaar and the Pathargadi pearl markets. In its prime, this immediate area supported 14,000 shops. The local market grid extended out from the arches, eventually connecting the city to international maritime trade routes through the port of Machilipatnam. The architecture of the Charminar matches the dual nature of the city it anchors, a bridge of stone between divine worship and global commerce. The immense wealth generated by those trade routes made the Qutb Shahi Dynasty an irresistible target for the expanding Mughal Empire to the north. In 1687, Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb marched south. After capturing the region, he completely dismantled the Sultanate of Golconda, and imprisoned the final Qutb Shahi ruler for the rest of his life. The creators of the Charminar were violently erased from power. Yet, the conquering Mughals spared the monument itself. Its primary enemy shifted from rival empires to the elements. In 1670, a massive lightning strike shattered one of the minarets. It required highly specialized stonework and cost roughly 58,000 rupees to repair. The building required continuous upkeep to survive. In 1820, Sikandar Shah, a ruler from the subsequent Qutb Shahi Dynasty, invested 2 lakh rupees into major renovations to stabilize the aging stone. By surviving military sieges and natural disasters, the Charminar proved its worth. Its cultural and geographic value to Hyderabad easily transcended the specific dynasty that built it. Today, the Charminar is a highly protected heritage site under the care of the Archaeological Survey of India. Its greatest modern threat is vehicular pollution eating away at the historic stucco. In response, the city initiated the Charminar Pedestrianization Project, an effort to reclaim the immediate surrounding streets entirely for foot traffic. Those streets still hold immense cultural vitality. During major Islamic celebrations like Eid, the courtyard and roads around the Charminar swell with thousands of worshippers gathering in prayer. 4 centuries after its construction, the Charminar remains a functional center of the city, hosting the same cycles of prayer and trade that defined its founding in 1591.